Hi everyone. I had the most amazing experience this morning and I just had to jump on here and share it with you. I was walking my dog in the sunshine this morning at a bird sanctuary that's near our home, beautiful trails, and there's benches all along the way and places to sit. Now this is the first day in a few days that we've actually had some sunshine, and there was this lovely older lady sitting at one of the benches, and I sat down beside her with the dog just to take a little break and take in the scenery. It was so beautiful. And her and I struck up a conversation. And it turns out that she is 83 years old. And we had the loveliest conversation. And she shared some things with me that I thought were incredible, actually. And I spent the rest of the walk thinking about these things that she shared, and I wanted to share them with you. Once I had a chance to really process what she said to me, I felt like it kind of boiled down to five truths or pieces of advice that she had for us 55 age range people. What I realized from talking with her, she was tiny and wrinkled and obviously much, much older than me, 83 years old. I'm 58. But what I realized when I talk to older people like that is they're actually just like me, but just in an older body. Just like us at 55 plus, I'm 58. I feel like I'm a 30-year-old. I just happen to be in a 58-year-old body. Same thing with people that are much older than us, and they have so much wisdom to share. And how often do we just walk on past and really not pay any attention to them? So if you have a chance to talk to an older person along the way, whether you're in the grocery line or at the park or something like that, take the chance and stop to talk to them. They're so interesting and they have so much of value to share. So here are 5 things that she shared with me today that I really took to heart. Number 1, she said, forget wasting time on regrets of the past. She wishes that she had not wasted so much time thinking about the past and kind of feeling badly about regrets. So when I think about that, I realize, we all have regrets for things that have happened in the past, mistakes that we made or things that I wish I could have done differently. But the past really is the past and it's gone. It's not here anymore. And of course, there's nothing we can do to change it. So she just felt it was important to kind of almost like forgive yourself and close the door on those past regrets and not waste any of the time that we have left on this beautiful earth worrying about the past and feeling regretful over things that we can't change anymore. The second thing she said to me is stop chasing things instead of experiences. So that made me reflect. Even just the other day, I was talking with a friend about how crazy is it that we spend the first 50 years of our life trying to gather as much stuff as we can. We buy the cars, we buy the house, we have the bicycles, the lawnmowers, the boats, the toys, clothes, you name it. But we are consumers and we spend the first 50 years of our life because I think in the world we live in, somehow we misconstrue the idea that the more stuff we have, the more successful we are. And she was just kind of explaining how when she downsized, she realized that all of these things that she had gathered throughout the years that she thought were so important were not. She said, Laura, nobody is going to remember the couch that you had or the expensive car that you drove, but they will remember the trip you took together to Disneyland or the time that you comforted somebody when they really needed it. And it just reminded me of how unimportant all of the material things are in our lives. And you know how popular decluttering videos are now. I thought, isn't it interesting? We spend the first 50 years try to get as much stuff as we can to make ourselves feel good and make ourselves feel like we have some level of success. And then we spend the next 50 years trying to get rid of it all. The third thing she shared with me kind of went with the first about regrets, but she said to stop worrying so much, stop wasting so much energy worrying about the past, but also worrying about the future. I made a video previously about how I'm trying to stop worrying. I'll link it up here somewhere. So if you think that's something for you, then go ahead and watch that. But it just kind of reiterated it to me, reinforced it, that there really is no point. It is such a waste of time, and we don't have a lot of time on this earth. It was such a waste to worry about things in the future that haven't happened and worrying about the past that is already gone. So instead, trying to focus our energies on this day, right here, right now, and making the most out of the time that we have today. The fourth thing that this lovely gal shared with me was that she wished she had traveled more when she was younger and when she was still more able-bodied to be able to do it. And I talked about traveling too in my last video about how to survive that job that you no longer want. But she kind of also reaffirmed for me that if traveling is in your heart and you have the money and the time, don't wait too long to go do it. And she wishes there were some places in the world that she had always wanted to see, and for whatever reasons she didn't make it there, and she wishes that she had traveled more when she was able to. She said she was always worried about saving money, and came from a time where it was really important to protect that money and always save it in case of emergency in the future. And so she chose to save the money instead of traveling. And now she said, look at me, I'm going to die with this money and I should have traveled. I thought that was really insightful. So if we have the chance to travel and it's in your heart to do it, apparently we should do it now, not wait. The last thing she shared with me, which we talked about for quite a long time, was that she wishes she had taken better care of her health when she was my age and even younger. And she felt like, yes, she was out walking a little bit, that she was stiff and she could feel pain in her joints. She had some arthritis, not very flexible. She said that she was on high blood pressure medication and cholesterol medication, and she just wishes that she had taken better care of her health. And so we hear this all the time, but it's something that's, I feel like it's a constant struggle, trying to make time in our life to make our health and our fitness a priority. That's something that I struggle with and I think about all the time and wish I could do better. And I'm even thinking about doing a little series on here in terms of fitness and nutrition. I'll see if I can put that together. But I like that idea because I feel like it's something we talk about, but we don't always do. And, I'm not a sporty athlete, but I'm realizing that, I want to be able to get down on the floor and back up again. I want to be able to, carry things and pull myself up, that kind of thing. So that strength training and stuff like that was really important. She just overall wishes she had taken better care of her health. And if you've ever had a health scare, you know that the second that happens to you, you realize, you think, oh my gosh, just let me get through this and I will never, eat another chocolate bar again in my life or whatever. You bargain with God if you have a health scare. And so I thought it was really interesting and, kind of a wake-up call really to see what we can do to take better care of our health now so that when we're 83, we feel strong, mobile, together up here, and that kind of thing. So those were the things that she shared with me, which gave me a lot to think about for the rest of the day, and I wanted to share with you. My channel is Midlife Matters, where we talk about all things having to do with midlife and beyond. So if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.